Consistency, they say, is the key factor in achieving success in life. And what it requires is all about reliability and your ability to put your feet on the ground and choose to do the right things at the right time. But unfortunately, most club sides in the Premier League have done a lot of stuff in order to be consistent. Some of them have been successful and some of them are still flattering. Talking about club sides that have been flattering, talking about Tottenham Hotspur, despite the fact that they won the Europa League, United on one side are also flattering, having changed several coaches. And Chelsea spending billions of pounds, but somehow they can hold their nerves and say, yes, we've won Club World Cup and we also won the Conference League. And for Liverpool, they'll say, yes, we allowed club to go, but somehow we nicked the Premier League. For Arsenal, it has been topsy-turvy. For 3 seasons, they failed to sign a striker. And finally, they got Victor Gyökeres. The people will be looking at what is going to happen. But it's another bumper period again. The Premier League is back and it's going to be better because a lot of club side signs. They spent money. So you're going to see tactical prowess from all the coaches. Everyone is going to be showing their A game. So back to the basis. There's nothing like, we didn't do this. You had enough time to do the things you want to do. I have with me my super teammates, and I have a new debutant that is joining us, a footballer and a die-hard Tottenham Hotspur fan. Talking about Robio. Yeah. Robio, want to say something to the fans?
Yeah, hello. I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan, and I'm happy to be here today. This is my first time. I'm happy to join these guys.
And you know the man that will always say, the Blues never lose.
The Blues never lose. Never lose.
Talking about Mickey.
They're just good at winning together. It's a Chelsea thing.
The guy is rubbing it on us. But somehow they lost.
It's rubbing it on you guys.
Somehow they lost against lowly rated Crystal Palace, who dumped them at the Community Shield. Whether you like it or not, Community Shield is a trophy.
Of course.
And they were beaten. Yeah. So, on my far left stream, I have no other person, the man that I've grown to love, because when he's talking about United, he doesn't flatter. He's always straightforward, and his analysis is always spot on. Talking about Danny.
Hello.
And one man that is always confident about the Reds. He will tell you, don't worry, we're going to win. When he told us last season that, look, we're going to finish top, we all laughed at him in this studio.
Yeah, sure.
And somehow, he had his prediction coming right, talking about Ahmed. Ahmed, talk to us.
Hello, guys. I'm here again.
The man is here again.
The guy didn't want to say anything. He's stammering.
Guys, the Premier League, what are we expecting this season from various teams? Let's start with you, Danny. What are we expecting? You guys have signed. You cannot tell us that anything is fluttering. When Ruben Amorim came, he said we're going to suffer, there's going to be moments of enjoyment, there's going to be moments of suffering. We've seen the suffering, we've seen mistakes from him, we've also seen him writing off players like Garnacho and the likes of them. And today, finally, you have a marquee striker in Benjamin Sesko. You have top key players in the Premier League, so you don't need to say anybody need to settle down or settle in to understand the system. Cunha and Mbemo are seasoned players in the Premier League. So tell us, what are we expecting for United this season?
Okay, I'm going to say this here and now. Before this time, remember my first prediction was, I wasn't so confident. I said it's between first to 8th position, in between those places. But considering the fact that we have been able to get a better striker, and nonetheless, we are still pursuing Carlos Baleba, which I think that's the missing rib that we need in Man United presently. If we can get Baleba, and then we can get Donnarumma, I will tell you one thing for sure, we are going to compete for this Premier League. It's very important for us because, or how will I say it, we are in an advantage position compared to the likes of Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Arsenal, because we don't have time to rotate our squad. We have enough time to rest to play the Premier League. So if it's going to be like us focusing on the Premier League this time around, will be in a better position to fight for it head on. If we have the likes of Carlos Baleba, I'm saying that's the missing rib. Because our midfield, because if I can remember, Ruben Amorim once said that our midfield still lacks the intensity that he's looking for. He wasn't so specific when he came in about the type of player, about names he wants to sign. He was talking about intensity. And the likes of Ugarte can give us that. Casemiro is a veteran midfielder. He can give us that too, because the last game I watched for him, this our preseason game, he did a lot of mistakes with the passes, misplaced passes, and that can cost us. If you take, for instance, like we lose to Liverpool in our own stadium, he made 2 horrible passes. They scored those goals. Premier League, you can't lose ball as a number 6 and then don't expect the attack not to score. It's not possible, even for the smallest teams. And I will tell you one thing for sure, this is going to be the most competitive Premier League that has ever happened. The reason being that if you take, for instance, the likes of Sunderland, who are newly promoted, they have signed 6 players. It's not just any type of player. Those are promising players with a lot of qualities, experience as well. You take the likes of Granit Xhaka, that Life guy, they have a lot to prove. The young guys that are coming in, they still have a lot to give.
Okay, a lot of teams have signed, and the players they've signed are seasoned players, experienced players that have got a lot to prove. Talking about a lot to prove, what does Daniel Levy has to prove in sports? Because we're lost for a coach that came from nowhere. You had the likes of Conte, Mourinho, they didn't win you trophies. Nuno Espirito didn't win you trophy. Pochettino didn't win you trophy. And somebody came from nowhere and won you trophy, and at the end of the day, you gave him the boot. What is Daniel Levy looking out for with this force? Robinho. Are you guys won Europa against United, but that doesn't make you guys title contenders. But even though you guys have signed some key players, you have some players that are still there, because one of the things that is making you guys to pop up the chest is that you have Van der Ven and you have Romero, a World Cup winner, blah 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 blah.
No,
so,
but I think they can fight.
Okay.
They have a very good time.
Let's see how much fight you guys have got.
Looking at the fact that we have pathways with and Costa Cogle, because of the poor performance in the league, because it's not about the Europa League actually, but it's about competing in the Premier League. Because if you look at Tottenham is a very big team as well. We need to compete in the Premier League. If you take a look at our last performance, we end I think 17th in the league table. For some long time we have not been.
But you guys had injury issues, and that guy had to play academy players. He honed them, and they were doing well.
That's not an excuse.
Oh.
Because,
I can't say injury.
Why you have your key players injured?
No, it's not.
Costa Cogle came in.
What's your take?
Came in at the start.
Injury. He had his entire back line.
You know, one of the big
injury will always be there.
Yeah, sure.
He's out again.
He's out again.
No, but injury will always be there.
No, but talking about when you have your key players.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, like Son.
Okay, let's hear him out. Yes.
Son was out. I think.
Because from the way you are analyzing now, it's like you're putting the blame on the coach's shoulder.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because the performance in the league for and Costa Cogle was not good enough.
Sure.
Even in the Europa League, it's just because we did not play those strong side compared to United. That's why. In my own point of view, because if you take a look at the teams that United played to reach to the final, they played so many tough sides and all. And if you take a look at Tottenham, we play in the semi-finals, we play Bodo Glimt.
Yeah.
I think this is their first time.
I have to go and Google those guys.
This is their first time.
No, they were not in their best. They were not in their best
in the Europa semi-final, Bodo Glimt. So imagine if Tottenham should have played a better strong side like Lyon, I think due to our performance in the league, they should have knocked us out of the Europa League.
Yeah, that's sure.
I think
okay now
a chance.
Okay, that's the point. They should have given him a chance. Now you guys have gone on to sign players.
How can he give that particular coach a chance? By ending up 17 in the league table. You know Tottenham to be in the first 4. Right?
No, your chest has been dusty for more than 15 years.
Yes.
What can you say about the first season that the guy actually, he had a whole season to himself to plan for everything? You see, the reason why I don't like to use injury as an excuse because it's inevitable in football. And that's
when you have more injuries.
Yes, let me say
If
something.
you have 1-2 injuries, it's different.
It happened
At the
with
point,
us.
his entire back line were injured.
Yeah, but it happened with us. We didn't finish 17 at that time under.
What's the name of this young chap? What's the name of this young chap?
If you take a look at Thomas Frank, the man is bringing on fresh legs, bringing on so many players. So that the same mistake that Andrea Costa-Cogley made that last season with complaining about injury, and you can see we are planning to bring in Savinho, and we have Kudus, and we have got in Lucas, this defender. So we are bringing so many crop of players, so we can't complain about injury when it comes to this particular season.
But you know one thing that I want to take away from you, for what you're saying, you're blaming the coach. But you guys, there's an issue in the Premier League. When you see these mid-table coaches, I mean, these coaches coaching mid-table teams, I beg your pardon, when they come to big team, it overwhelms them. At Brentford, you are well at home. Brentford goal for the season is that we must not go to relegation.
Yeah.
We just remain and compete. And if we have a good player that we need to sell, we sell the player. Now you've come to a club, to a forum where the microscope, the whatever is going to be on you.
The pressure is
going to be on you. Everyone is going to use the telescope and be watching you. Whatever you are doing, you are going to the toilet, you are looking at how you are going to the toilet. You are eating, what are you eating? Now, that's the same thing we experienced with Nuno Espirito. At Wolves, he was doing beautifully well.
Exactly.
And when it came to Spurs, he lost it. Today, he's at Nottingham Forest, he's doing the same magic again.
Okay, let me just say something here. Now, I beg to differ with what you guys are saying because we have a lot of mid-table coaches that have done very well with bigger teams in the past. We have seen
John.
I'll give you Eddie Howe of Newcastle United. He was coaching Bournemouth. Bournemouth was just mid-table. He made them stronger, even made them to move away from going down to the relegation side. Okay. Now he's with Newcastle, and Newcastle is doing extremely well.
Guys, you guys can hold on there. You guys you agree with me that the money Newcastle is the richest club in the world today.
For a team that has won,
and the kind of money they've expended, the kind of money they've expended, you don't expect. In fact, that guy should be sacked for not win competing for the Premier League.
Which one?
Eddie Howe. He should be sacked. Because you were giving players.
Do you want to compare the caliber of player that Newcastle have signed compared to Tottenham Hotspur?
No, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the difference. Tottenham have signed higher caliber of player compared to
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, let me give you an example.
Tonali is what? Tonali is what?
Okay,
Isak is what?
No. They were not on top of their game when they came to Newcastle.
Which one is our business?
Yes, but let's talk about Madison.
You know that Liverpool wanted to sign Isak, but club choose this guy Nunes over Isak.
Yes, but what was his start by then?
Isak.
Yes, the same Isak.
Arsenal was doing very well.
Arsenal was good enough for him.
I'm telling you, the guy has never done like double figures. He's 2 seasons.
Mid-table coaches find very difficult.
Viewers, please.
We've seen that.
Don't forget it is still the offside. And don't forget, you can just join us by commenting because Robinho has placed the fault on Anchi's shoulder. May I believe that
he had 2 seasons to actually correct those mistakes.
He's the one that is misleading.
I know. He has some part to play.
Angie is a stubborn type.
So
you won't say he's done a little bit.
For me personally, I think I want to toe the line of the director. I think it's a very good decision sending him out. The performance was very poor. Decision. Of course.
I think Thomas Frank is a very good coach.
It was a very
Okay, hold on. He wants
Did you hear Robinho?
Thomas Frank is a very
Hold on,
good
Mickey.
coach.
Listen to him.
If you take a look at it,
we need to give him time.
Yeah, we need to give him time.
And the man that won you trophy, you decided to let him go. Yeah. Why don't you give him time?
Let me tell you something. There is a difference with you coming in, saying you needed time, and there is a difference with you making promises from the onset.
He told you from the outset that look, I've never gone to a club where after my 4th season that I don't win a trophy. And he won you a trophy the 2nd season.
That's horrible way he won that trophy.
Did he win?
No, he did not win.
matter.
Real Madrid actually.
Our performance in the Premier League and in Europa was so
Capello,
poor.
right?
Yes.
Capello.
Won them a trophy after
Guy,
most important.
I don't expect you to be comparing Capello. Capello is coaching
Chelsea
Real
Stanley
Madrid.
Matteo that won us Champions
Real Madrid.
The performance was poor.
Real Madrid.
Mr. Ken, our performance in the Premier
Di
League.
Matteo, the performance was poor.
Yes.
Our performance in the Premier League and both in the Europa was
He won us Champions League.
Let me say, Di Matteo, he wasn't even a coach at Portsmouth.
Chelsea are used to
When he
winning
came to
trophies.
Chelsea.
Unlike Tottenham.
No, we do not deny that, but he won us the Champions League. We've never won the Champions League.
No, I
But
think
the performance was poor.
talking about Mateo's
Right.
own. Mateo's own is that Abramovich saw it that Mateo doesn't have the tactical power to take Chelsea to the next level.
Let me ask you a question now.
Yes.
You that is trying to, I think you are trying to shoulder Angie Postlogu's problems.
The performance was poor.
But I want to say something.
Yeah.
This is poor.
If you are the director of Arsenal, what are you going to do to Arteta in these 5 seasons? What will be your decision?
No,
Honest one. Please.
No.
It's a yes or a no. It's either sack or keep.
no, I will not sack him.
You will not sack
Why?
him.
You know why?
Why?
Because the owners shouldered the responsibility of not giving him a point striker when he needed it. The man was crying for it from day one. He said, look at my bench. The difference between my team and this team is the bench. Now, first season, even a blind man on the street, a lame man that doesn't know football, after watching Arsenal, will say, this team, they need a
You
striker.
have Gabriel Jesus, right?
Gabriel Jesus was getting injured.
No, it was not all the time.
No, the 3 seasons, there's no season that he completed.
Nobody forced him to sign Gabriel Jesus on Man
But
City.
you went there and signed Gabriel Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So-
Man, you should not know for
Kennedy, you are wrong. He was the one that signed Gabriel Jesus for Man City. He had a
And
choice.
Gabriel Jesus is a very good striker, right?
I am 100% sure that
But you
this
have another
season,
option without
I
Gabriel
can
Jesus.
tell you, I can stamp my feet on the ground here on this show
Yeah.
that if Arteta failed to nick a major trophy, he should be sacked.
Okay, we move from
You have
there.
been giving what you
No
want.
problem.
If you fail
So
to
you
nick,
mean
I
with the
said it.
inclusion of Jokeres and other
Take
teams
my
that
word.
win trophy
Take
this
my
season?
words.
That's
If he
okay.
fails to nick,
Yeah.
not Carabao Cup, not FA Cup.
You mean the Premier League and Champions
Oh,
League?
that is what
If
he
he
said.
sacked listen to my words. I said if he fails to
He was the guy that
nick a major trophy, I am sack Arteta. Me and bluff because the guy first season, Gabriel Jesus did not end the season. Now he's going to come back in Geta came. In the second season, he's back. He started banging in goals. He got injured again. In Geta came.
Yeah, sure.
Then the next thing you had the Kayabas. Don't worry, goals they're coming from everywhere.
That one out.
Goals they're coming from everywhere.
Let me
Get the striker. January how much did Man City spend in January? This season that just ended.
It's not about Man City.
But yet they flooded. That's the team.
No, it's not about Man City.
See,
I'm talking about Arsenal.
No, I'm giving you an example. What we're talking about is owners that are willing to put their feet on the ground and say, we want to win something.
Let me
What's
say
the money?
something. Let me say
you can't
something.
Well, everyone is laughing
compare Arsenal to
we're
Man
all
City.
laughing at these people spending billions.
Well,
But why are they spending it? Because they want to win. Even though they are being careless in the way they are spending it, they have 49 players on loan and they are still buying players. And all of us say, what are you doing? But they are buying because they want to win. And did they win something? They won. Whether you like it or not, they won a trophy.
Yes.
So your owners, Danny Levy, my problem with him is that you want to compete with the big club sides. You want to show us that Tottenham is a big club. Yeah, right? You build the stadium. Fantastic. That's a plus for him as a chairman of the club. But now, what we're talking about is you brought Jose Mourinho. That's he's a Syria winner. You brought in Conte, Syria winner. These guys are good coaches. Pochettino was the coach that took you guys from nothing and took you guys to Champions League final. He lost this. Good. So what I'm talking about now, you now sacked these key coaches. They are not good enough. You now wait for Nuno Espirito. Because you felt the guy is going to nick it. I've tried all the big names. Let me now use these people and see how it's going to go. It didn't work. You sacked him. The next thing you brought in, there was an academy coach then, a former Tottenham player that now coached and saw them through the end of the season. Sherwood. No, Sherwood did his own.
Sherwood is Messi.
Messi.
It was the guy over from Jose Mourinho.
Yes, then the next thing you came up and blah, 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 what is going to happen? you now say his aunt. Aunt came. He said, "I'm gonna win trophy." He made a lot of promises, and part of the promises they didn't work out. One worked out. If I'm in his shoes, I would say, "Okay, guy, I put the marquee on the table. You fucked up, oh. As far as I'm concerned, you did not do well. This is your trophy that you just won. Is the thing that is going to save you. I'm giving you this season.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't do well, mid-season, I can give you the boot. You make arrangement of the just the same way. Nobody will believe that United was going to keep the hand now.
No,
Give him
right.
1 year contract. You get him, but you guys just set the trap for him. Guy, if you don't fuck up, we're just taking you out of it. And that was exactly what happened. And that was why you guys told Ruben Amorim, guys, if you're not coming to take this job, we're looking for another person. Oh. Ruben Amorim wanted to come at the beginning of the season, do preseason, say, guy, come and suffer with this team and get it right. If Ruben Amorim now messes up in this season, then you guys will have to start spotlighting him and say, guy, what is the thing that is going wrong? You had preseason, you had the players you wanted, so what is happening? So my take is, for an owner, you spent money. They were even spending money more than Arsenal. And you built a stadium that is raking money to cover. They are using that stadium for shows and other things that is raking money. They are having a lot of revenue. So what you would have done now is look out for consistency. Yes, the guy messed up. But you cannot take away the fact that the guy had his entire back line. They were all injured. That was when you guys discovered this your small boy in the defense and those guys were playing well. They did their bits, but they were not good enough.
We bring in Kevin Danso and some other.
And that was even why you guys even had nerve to beat these people. United. So what you would have done is maintain that consistency and just set your trap just the way United did and bring in somebody when you're okay. Guy, you play 10 matches. If I allow you to play another 5, you're going to take us to relegation. Bye-bye and good night. You didn't give the guy a chance. And I still stand to be proved here on this show on Offside that Thomas Frank, as good as he is, will flounder. Because these coaches are not good enough for big team. The challenges on their shoulders is something else.
For me, I still want to stand that Daniel Levy's decision was right.
Okay.
Anyway,
my point is,
take a look at the signing.
Look,
Thomas Frank is bringing in.
It's not even about signing. Look,
it's not about two of us. I think two of us are on the same.
There's a lot at stake for Tottenham. I think that's a very good decision. There's a team.
Anyway, guys,
Tottenham almost relegated.
Yes,
almost relegated.
They were exchanging the position.
We ended 17 in the season. Imagine
for any position you stand in the Premier League, you've got a percentage they give to the club.
Yeah, but
so Tottenham was already in it. The man has done his calculation, and we all know that Levy is more concerned about him making money.
Yeah, sure.
So he's done his calculation and see, no, we cannot risk this going into the next season. So, and besides, there are a lot of controversies. Yeah. When the coach was there, he made some statements. It was on the edge even before the end of the season. What saved him? The only argument he has, the only escape was I won trophy. Other than that, there was nothing.
He couldn't control his dressing room.
He has so many.
Our performance was
he lost the dressing room. Even his press conferences, he was making all sorts of comments. Even against the club, even against the owners. It was certain that it was going to be certain.
Yeah,
sure about that.
It was certain.
Me too.
So anyways,
now the pressure is
okay, the issue is not all about Tottenham. Tottenham, they're having a breather because they won Europa. You know, these guys, their cabinet has been dusty. Anyway, talking about teams that have the same master stroke of sacking coaches and taking players away. Chelsea. Mickey says the Blues never lose. They spent several billions of pounds in getting players. And today the team looks so formidable with Enzo Maresca getting his team intact with a lot of crop of young players. But personally, I also have an issue that defense for what's it called? Chelsea is a big problem. Their central defense is a major problem. Where you have Cole, you have Tosin, and I mean, they brought Hato from the Dutch league.
It's just it's not a finished
problem. So we're going to be looking at Mickey.
It's just like
now with the avalanche of players you guys have at your disposal.
Yes.
Your coach brought the bomb squad, removing players like what's it called, Sterling and the likes of them. Where do you think? How do you really think you guys are prepared, to really compete for the Premier League this season?
Looking at our performance and the spirit of the team, I'm very confident that we are going to compete for the Premier League this season. Despite our challenges, I also agree with you that the defense is a concern.
Yeah.
It's a concern, but it's not a concern that will derail us from not competing. If we can have a formidable midfield, and then
you guys already have. You guys have.
I'm coming.
Please. No.
Okay.
Yes. If we take a look at our midfield and we've got an attack that is banging in the goals, that will cover up for the defense. We saw the like of Barcelona. Their defense was very poor last season. But how many goals did they concede? How many games did they lose? Because their midfield and their attack was covering up.
But you guys are not Barcelona.
I'm just giving you.
There's a DNA of keeping the ball in Barcelona.
Yeah, but you guys can keep the ball.
Yes, but we are banging in the goals. And the likes of Joao Pedro, we've seen his performance just coming into the club and spot on. I think these are the kinds of players that gives hope and confidence that yes, we're up to something and we're winning.
Sure.
Just 5 games, and almost every game is banging in the goals. We've seen the blending. You see the like of Estevao and these new signings. They are blending. It's going to be a challenging season. My only fear is let's not have the injuries. But even if we have injuries, we are building a squad where every player somehow, somewhat is being replaceable. And if we can get that right, I don't have any fear that we will finish strong. We'll compete for the Premier League.
Okay. Mickey says they're going to finish strong. They're going to compete for the Premier League.
Yeah.
We have issues with the defense, Danny. I've looked at Chelsea's team. They are good all round. They have players everywhere. But the central defense is a problem. I've seen a yawning gap. I kept saying that the biggest mistake they made was allowing Thiago Silva to leave. Because he would have mentored those guys. These are young players. But they're doing well. Colwill is out, injured. Tosin is the one who's going to be there with Hato or Chaloba. And there might be...
Hopefully Fofana is coming.
Okay.
Forget Fofana.
Fofana will still play any matches and go on injured.
Forget him. That
one is another Gabriel Jesus now. He will get injured now. The next thing, the season will be...
The only thing I will tell you about Fofana, if come next season, he's not giving his all for Chelsea, he's out for injury. I can guarantee you, he'll be up for the market. He'll be up for session.
Who is going to buy him?
No, players, their teams. Who's going for loan or what? He's out for sale.
In defense, there is one thing. Do you know what? Chelsea made a mistake with signing Hato in the first place, because I think they had a chance to sign one of the best young defenders in the Premier League. But I don't know where you guys were looking.
Which of them?
Ilya Zabani, the one that went to Paris Saint-Germain. Man, if you have collected that guy and put it in your team, man,
very
that guy is very good. Most of the problem is that's why Fagi was very good when he was coaching.
He knows how to spot this
because those smaller teams, they have extremely good defenders. When you blend them in with different caliber of players, they will just gel in completely, and then you have the best out of them. Zabani is a very good defender. I wasn't looking at him. I took my time. And then he's only 22. I watched his videos, his interception, the duel that he has won, his passes, going straight. You know those passes that can actually cut in between the midfield and then go straight to the attack and then you can score. That guy is very good. I don't know why he signed Hato. Hato is not an upgrade to your defense.
Of course, it will build.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need something that will
come straight into the defense
and command your back line. You lack leadership in that your defense.
That would be a point. Like I told you, if we have a better midfield playing a better attack, you can cover up for the defense. That's clear. If you can concede 1 goal and you can score 3 goals, it's still cover up for the defense.
The only team I think that can play that type of football, Man City, Arsenal, and Barcelona, because they control the game.
They control the ball. They know how to hold the ball.
We can defend. We've proved so many times we can defend.
Do you remember that your match against PSG?
We've got 5 games with 1-1-1-0. 5 games.
5 clear scoring opportunities. That is the day that Sanchez came alive.
Yes.
5 clear scoring opportunities
against
PSG. They would have killed you guys. That's what I'm saying.
If you take a look at
On a
Chelsea,
bad day,
But we came through before them.
you came through, but those
So-
5 chances. So if you have scored
Every
them,
game is not going to be like
It's
that.
not going to be like that.
Chelsea
But we've got
against
5 games.
German.
We've got 5
I'll
games.
tell you how Chelsea
beating
can be.
1-1.
Easy.
How?
Any team that wants to beat Chelsea,
We've got 5 games.
give them the ball.
1-1.
If you give them the ball, they are exposed. Do you know why? Because once you press that their back line, they will just misplace.
they are
passes.
so
It's very
interested in
easy.
going forward. What's the name
Yes.
of this guy?
Any team that their defense is not good, when you give them the ball, it's easy to score against them.
Like going forward.
Yes,
So they throw one pass.
attacking. It's
One pass on that right wing.
Yes.
Before you know what is
It
happening.
happened against Brighton. Brighton gave them the ball. So immediately when they gave them the ball, they lost the ball in the almost, I think, the first half of the field. And this guy Baleba collected the ball. Bam, goal. Yes, it happens with them.
Like I told you, the defense is a concern. And besides, the market has not yet closed. I think our scouts are still out there. Yes, we don't know who will come in
Or you
by the
guys
end of the season.
you go back in your kitty and look out of the 49 players that
We're not going to bring back our own players, but our scouts are still out there.
Talking about clubs that are spending, the Reds from Anfield, they are almost hitting. They're going to hit over 300 million, but because they've spent 295 million. If they decide to sign Isak, guy,
You
you
go to
guys,
400 million.
you guys will be going to 400 million. So, Ahmed, the man that is always confident of the Reds, where do you people stand this season?
10th position.
Rabio is ready. Rabio is rubbing it in.
That won't be possible. Even you yourself.
You can't just say that because of the community share, right?
Yeah.
It's
But
because
it's
of
not
our
possible.
performance.
That's a signal.
That's a signal.
Yeah.
No, we all know community share is
That's what people. It's not. That was a competition.
That was a
If you take a look at your captain,
It's a test.
It's a test. And not just pre-season test. That was a serious
a test there.
I think Man City lost the cup. Was it last season also?
Yeah.
And people just then you see the season. We see the performance of Man City.
Man City, yeah.
one.
They were struggling this season.
The thing is, people are
Man City is going to struggle.
misunderstanding what is going on. right
Okay.
now. Like
How can you say that?
we have lost three players in the attack.
How does that concern
But
you?
you're bringing some pressure.
Are you making room for your failure for this season?
That's what it was.
That's our business.
We haven't failed yet.
Okay.
So we just
Let's hear you. Bring it up.
It's not an excuse.
listen. We are just two signing to
Away.
winning another Premier League.
Okay.
Okay.
Just two signing. Yeah, we need a defender and
Yeah.
striker,
Yeah,
backup
sure.
striker.
Because I think that guy is not good enough. The one at the defense play with Van Dijk.
Konaté.
Oh man, that guy is.
But they say the guy is a rock now. He's describing him as a rock.
Konaté
guy
is
is
a
a
wrong,
mess.
but he has that moment of madness.
Van
Whenever it
Dijk
happens-
also have moment of madness.
Yeah, but
Van Dijk
is
is
more
way
experienced.
far better than that.
Far
guy.
better.
Way far.
Konaté,
They're
he
not
has,
even
he
the
has
same
something
level.
like brain fat.
But why did you people allow Kwanzaa to go?
That's the problem.
The thing is,
Did you watch Kwanzaa against is it Chelsea?
Yes.
Recently.
I wasn't
It's against
happy
Chelsea
with
now.
that.
If you take a
In
look
the
at it,
pre-season match.
Van Dijk was
Which
the
team?
old
Bayer Leverkusen.
What's-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
was
Van
very
You're
Dijk-
complaining about Konate, but Van Dijk was the whole problem on that game.
Okay.
Listen. Yeah, Van Dijk was at fault. The penalty, he just gave that penalty away, and the second goal too, he was out of position. But I can understand. You don't.
He's a
you don't
captain
get it
now,
right
so
all the time.
He's a captain. You have
Van Dijk
to.
doesn't make those mistakes on a regular
No.
basis.
On regular basis. But as for Konate, hey,
I can count that as one of
Maybe
his bad
Konate
days.
still want to leave.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to.
Maybe-
because
maybe he
he's
wants to
thinking
leave.
about going to Real Madrid.
I don't think he feels that his spot is guaranteed. Maybe they're just putting him
Nah,
there
but
because of they don't have.
we
I
haven't
don't
even
think he
signed
feels.
anyone yet.
I don't
Joe
think he
Gomez
feels.
is injury prone, and we just sold
Don't call that guy.
That is an England international. Danny.
We need to go
England
all out.
international.
He's the most luckiest
We
player. in
need
the
to
world.
go all out and sign guys.
So can you defend your title?
I'm telling you that we are just two signing.
So if you don't get those two signings, because it's likely that Isak is not going to come because except you guys pay the 150 million.
You see, you see.
And also
Newcastle are adamant that if you pay the 150, you take Isak. If you don't pay, sorry.
It's not coming.
Because you guys nicked Ekitike from them, so they're upset. And United,
we need to forget about Isak. We need to forget about Isak.
They need replacements of Van Dijk. Not even Kunate, but Van Dijk.
okay, guys. Now the Premier League, as we said, is out and it's going to be a bumper weekend. Let's start with Spurs. Spurs have played against Burnley 25 times, winning 17 times, with Burnley coming 4 times victorious over Spurs and having 4 draws apart. Where do you think that Spurs can hurt Burnley? The Burnley, they seem to be formidable because they aren't going to go back to the championship.
Yeah,
they are
they
very serious about this.
They are very serious
So,
in signing.
looking at that match, where do you think that Thomas Frank can get his acts correctly?
If you take a look at the Tottenham team as at now, we are bringing a new coach, Thomas Frank, and
You are bringing or you brought him?
we have brought in Thomas Frank. We have brought in Thomas
Don't mind
Frank.
me.
Burnley, Tottenham will play against Burnley, and that is Thomas Frank's first match in the Premier League. And we take a look at our new players. We are bringing in the likes of Kudus and who.
You guys are
Lucas.
Lucas.
We have brought in some big names.
And hopefully you guys are going to sign
Son.
Sabino too.
Yes, Sabino maybe.
Yeah,
But
if you pay the money, you get it.
3
So-
goals in 48 matches.
Please, the guy will come and dance for them now. He'll come and dance on the wing.
So trust me, come Saturday, I think Burnley is just a walkover thing. Trust me.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, your scoreline prediction for that match?
I go 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, Tottenham 3-1.
Okay, guys, Robinho said Tottenham is going to win Burnley by 3-1. So
Wow.
let's hold him by his words.
Yeah.
And for the Reds, you guys are just like Ahmed said they are two signing away from doing what?
Defending
Defending the Premier League. You guys have played against Bournemouth 20 times, winning 17 times, and Bournemouth has come victorious twice and with 1 draw. The way it is on paper already, you guys have won this match, but watching the way you guys played against Crystal Palace, and Bournemouth team is a more formidable team when it comes to comparing them with Crystal Palace, the kind of football that they play. They have this Everson, they have Semedo, and I have a problem with your defense.
Justin Kluivert.
You just took the word away from me. So that's it. Where do you think you guys can face this Bournemouth team against their Spanish coach, who also have some tactical, because that guy undo Arteta with all his this team last season.
Adoni is good.
Good. So where do you think you guys can hurt Bournemouth going forward? Because you don't have Isak, but you have a Ekitike that seems to be finding his scoring prowess, especially scoring at the Community Shield. That gives him a lot of confidence
Sure.
going forward. So do you think you guys can nick it against Bournemouth?
Of course. You can't just look at our last performance against Crystal Palace.
Considering the fact that Salah is not performing well.
Yeah, he's not performing
Yeah,
well, but you need to know that Salah is someone that is a mentality monster.
So it's possible.
His performance last week, people were saying a lot about it. So he will be like, oh, I'm Mo Salah, I need to come up with something. So we should expect him to be alive on Friday.
Okay.
So don't just write Mo Salah off just like
And you
that.
think you guys,
It's Mo Salah.
you guys think you can beat?
Yeah, we have enough. We have enough to
Players.
take care of that match. I'm not talking about the enough players. We have enough quality.
To
Because
beat.
now, we need like 2 forward to replace Nunes and this guy Diaz. But we can still beat Bournemouth comfortably with what we have.
Who is the player in your team now that you think that you guys have been able to replace Diaz? Because Diaz was a fighter. playing for your team.
sure.
Is this player that can do what these guys say Jumani used to do? You know, when they're not playing, when they're not clicking, he takes the ball ruffle with opponents and all that.
We haven't replaced him yet.
No, but the guy wanted
Maybe
to go.
before the end
They
of
pay him so low.
Solo, yeah.
Yeah.
£63,000.
No.
That's what you guys are paying.
40.
Why you don't pay the man 40?
We were
And the guy is
paying
going
him
almost 200 something from
That
Bayern.
was too poor.
We are paying
And the guy was
him
fighting,
40,
killing
and he said he
himself.
wants more than 200. So
got
Liverpool,
200 perform.
you are 28.
Average
and he's not
players are
consistent.
getting more.
Whether you
Yes,
like it
he's
or
not
not, that guy is an asset.
South American player.
Yeah, he's an asset, but he's not
How can
consistent.
you say Luis Diaz is not
So
consistent?
he's not consistent. I'm a
How?
Liverpool fan, so you
Sports.
You
Just
need
talk
to
about your
allow
own
me.
dream.
I'm a Liverpool
So give
fan.
us your
if I
scoreline
tell you that-
predictions. It's not consistent.
It's not
Then you
consistent.
lost
It's
it.
consistent.
Then you are yet to feel that you're
Do you know
in.
that he just scored
Yeah.
29 goals for us in the Premier League?
But to
That's a
have
very good
what?
goal.
29 goals
How many
for more than
seasons?
100
How many
games.
seasons?
Three and a half seasons.
Good. Somebody has spent
29
2
goals as a
seasons.
midfielder.
Somebody has spent 2 seasons
As a
and scored
midfielder.
3 goals.
That's a very good score.
The man knows who I'm talking about.
But you know your own system of playing is quite different from other teams.
Yeah,
Liverpool-
And they are
Your main
splitting.
man-
They are
we
splitting
used
to
to
the
have-
Salah.
Mo Salah.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
used-
Diaz.
we
It's not
used to
Diaz.
have someone.
But Diaz is creating the opportunity.
It fits in into Liverpool system.
Anyways, give us your scoreline prediction
You
for
know
the
that
match.
Sadio Mane spoiled us because he used to score more than 20 goals per season for us.
You guys also allowed him to go because you guys were not willing to pay him well.
Yeah.
But it's between Mo Salah and Mane.
Now, let's even talk about before we ask you scoreline prediction. It's like these guys, they have an issue with taking care of the players that ruffle their shoulders.
It's not like we have an
If
issue.
you have an issue, you do the same
There
thing
was
with
an
Sadio Mane.
agenda between Mo Salah and Sadio Mane.
And you couldn't solve it.
This guy started it. This former Senegal coach, the guy with the dreadlocks.
Or,
He was the one that
Fo-
started putting words in Sadio Mane's mouth. So you see, and they started all this thing, and by the end of the day, Mane decided to leave.
Anyways, give us your scoreline prediction for the match.
3-0.
3-0. Yes, Ahmed said
3-0.
Liverpool is going to disseminate
But I don't see. I don't.
Bournemouth by 3 goals to nothing.
I don't see
goal scorers.
3-0. The problem is
3-0.
Bournemouth has lost their 2 main centre back. Ilya
yes.
Zabani.
Yes, the guy that went to
The one that went to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, so I think they are going to struggle in defense.
Exactly.
But Liverpool also their defense is a little.
But don't forget that
cracky.
they unearthed that player from nowhere. And the guy can do this.
I watched how we played with those guys, man. We hurt them so bad that they were even struggling to play against our under 18 players.
It's true.
Anyway, that's the preseason. That's
Their
preseason.
defense, their defense.
That's preseason.
Because Olsen and
Okay.
Zabani, that's a big loss.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Olsen
Big
and Zabani
players
said, yeah.
in that defense.
Okay, now. Chelsea are going to be playing against Crystal Palace, a resurgent Crystal Palace side.
Yeah.
A side that has won the FA Cup and won Community Shield. And let me tell you, they have the bragging rights. You guys won Conference League, you won Club World Cup.
Yeah.
So, walking
Yeah,
on that
for
pitch,
themselves.
they're going to be raising their shoulders high because
They are now confident.
they are confident of themselves. And
Sure.
if they don't lose a Berechese and Mateta, with the kind of defense that Chelsea has, Mateta will enjoy him. You have a field day.
That guy.
Yeah.
like
Mateta will have a field day in that defense. If you guys play the way you are playing, like your central defense,
Oh, yeah.
the only thing that I see that is going to hold them is your midfield.
And your-
You guys have played against them 30 times, winning them 24 times. They come up victorious 4 times with 2 draws. Do you think that Enzo Maresca has what it takes to take Glasner and his Crystal Palace players team to the cleaners?
I want to say Sunday, that game is going to be very more competitive. It's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the season, we saw Palace how they pick up points from big teams, even beating Man City.
Yeah.
And they've come up strong. You see, defeating the Premier League champion. I think that's a very big morale and boost for them.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it will take them into the game with much confidence, at least to hurt the Blues. However, on our own side, I don't think we have to go there underrating them. I don't think we're not going with that mindset.
Yeah.
We're going to give them the full dose of what we have because we know it's going to be competitive. And I feel whoever scores first stand a chance of winning the game. And I believe in our signings, and I see the spirit. For me, when I talk about my club, I talk about the spirit. I see more players rivalry now that if I've got 5 minutes, let me win the hearts of the coach and the fans. If I've got 10 minutes, let me do something. I see that competition in our team. And with that spirit, I think we are going to defeat Palace by 2-0.
2-0. And you think you guys are not going to concede?
I don't think we are going to concede.
With that defense.
Yes.
Anyways, yes, you've heard it from Mickey of the Blues Never Lose. So let's hope his prediction comes to pass. Then it's going to be a super Sunday. The Sunday that is going to climax the Premier League.
Yeah.
We have two arch rivals. So the kind of rivalry ensues between United and Arsenal. I don't think the one that ensues between them and Liverpool can be compared.
Sure.
The fan bantering is unending. These two sides, they've met 73 times.
Wow.
And United have decimated Arsenal 31 times, with Arsenal nicking 24 victories over United. And both sides have shared 18 draws. But the remarkable thing about this team is that one side decided to go to Europe through the back door. They failed.
Okay.
They tried the FA Cup, they failed.
You have jokes.
They said it is the Europa Cup. We are unbeaten in Europe. And they were beaten by Spurs. And now Ruben Amorim told the world, he said, we're going to suffer, we're going to enjoy. He said the moment will come where we're going to suffer and enjoy. Today, he's not going to be in Europe, but he's been able to sign marquee players. You cannot take that away. And that's what we always say, when you are big, you are big.
They still have the
Whether you like it or not, I always say that United, no matter how bad they are, it is a club with tradition. And when we're talking about club side with tradition, mention United, Arsenal, I don't even mention Chelsea, but Chelsea is now in the full. It's Arsenal, United, Liverpool,
Those are
Spurs. These are the people that have history. But somehow, the Blues have come through the back door.
Yeah.
Now, the key thing about this is that Amorim has been able to sign 4 good players: Diego Leon, Konya, Mbemo, and Benjamin Sesko.
To be honest, they did a very good.
It's a good, whether you like it or not. They must have spent so much money, but these signings are signings that you call them cherry on the cake.
Yeah.
On the part of Arsenal, they've been able to sign 6 players. And one yawning gap in the team has been the defensive midfield, where everybody felt that you shouldn't have allowed Thomas Partey to go. But somehow, watching a Martin Zubimendi, the way he orchestrates the midfield with his niggling passes, then somehow I feel that Thomas Partey might not be missed. But somehow, Arsenal have been able to get the player they've been looking out for, the point man, in Victor Gyökeres. Danny, this match is going to be taking place at the Theatre of Dreams. It's a super Sunday. It's one match that has eclipsed every other match that is going to be played in this Premier League.
Sure.
Considering the fact that Ruben Amorim, with his 3-5-2 formation, he would want to really prove that it is something that is going to work. Time and time we've discussed on this show that 3-5-2 formation might not work. Considering the fact that people like Conte tried it, they won the Premier League with it, and the next season it was destroyed. Now, where do you think this United thing can hurt Arsenal as a team? Judging by the players that have come into Arsenal and the way Arsenal played in their last match against Valencia.
Okay, I will tell you one thing for sure. That
or rather Villarreal,
our new players have a lot to prove. And just like you said, it's going to be a very huge game with a lot of expectation. You know, with the money that we have spent, they want to prove themselves that they really want something. And considering the fact that they fought for the signature of the club, they had to discard other suitors
Yeah.
just to come to Man United. I think it's going to be a very good game. But nonetheless, I think where our power is going to lie on that game is your left back. That boy, what do you call him? Scary. He shows a lot of confidence, but he's forgetting that other players to have their own confidence and they have their own skills. And because he's normally missing out on how to anticipate the game or when and how to leave the ball for someone to take it forward, I think he's going to be where we're going to explore. And looking at Ahmad and Wemo, how good they are gelling so far in the past few games, I think we're going to hurt you on that side. And a lot of defense is going to come from that side. Martinelli is not going to do so much because I know for sure, he's not been up to his game lately. He's trying to find his feet like he used to. And Skelly is young, inexperienced, which Wemo is a Premier League proven player already. So he has that experience to know how to run in between spaces and then get the cross that we need. Sesko, on the other hand, have a lot to prove. He wanted to show the world that United didn't make a mistake in getting him. So I think it's going to be a fair fight. It's going to be a really fair fight. You guys will, I would say for that game, you're going to dominate the possession on that game. But we'll definitely take the winning on that game. We're going to win that game by 2-1. Because I know no matter what we do, in our own playing style, we'll definitely concede. We have Onana at the back.
Onana is not available.
Okay.
Because he's injured.
It should have been better if Onana is there. You're gonna tell me like that our team buying there.
No, he's good. He stopped. He's the one that stopped us at
no, man, that guy is horrible. If he was that good, if that guy was that good, he should have been able to replace Onana.
What are you guys waiting for?
He's not gonna play. Even if we sign him this week, he's not gonna play that game. So that's the problem. So I think you guys, if you take your shot, like if you take a lot of shot that passes those defense line and then go to the goalkeeper.
Of course we're going to take a shot.
Man, it's going to be a problem.
Of course.
No.
There is a victory. You're correct.
The problem is, it's going to be a problem for us because our goalkeeper is not good enough. If you take a look at the goal that we conceded this against Fiorentina, the guy was there the entire time. He's forgetting himself. The goal went in easily. It was just like this. How can you be doing something like that?
Okay.
But we're going to take the winning.
Okay, good. So let's do one thing that I like doing because you guys, let's look at the combined 11 for this match. If you're going to do a combined 11 from the Arsenal side and the United side, what would be your choice of combined 11?
Holding midfield, I'll go Zubimendi.
You forget the goalkeeper. Let's start from the goalkeeper.
Okay, let's start from let me go with your goalkeeper. He has been fantastic. No, he has been fantastic. Your goalkeeper has been fantastic. Like he's really, really good. And if I'm going to go with our normal formation, I'll use Saliba. I'll go with Lenny Yoro, and then I'll take Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire will play in between Saliba and Lenny Yoro. And then the wing back position, I will take that boy, Patrick Dogu, and then Ahmad. In the midfield, I will go with Bruno Fernandes and Zubimendi. I'm coming. And in the attack, on the left side, I will still go with Bukayo Saka as against Wayne. I'll go Bukayo. And the central striker, considering the fact that Gyökeres has more experience than Benjamin Sesko, he might need some time to actually cuddle himself into the game. I'll go with Gyökeres. And then on the other side, I'll take Matheus Cunha over Martinelli. That's 100%. That's my team.
Anyway, viewers, you've heard it from Danny. He said United are going to beat Arsenal by 2-1. They're going to concede.
Sure. And
he has given us his combined 11. 4 between United and Arsenal. Okay. I cannot be the judge now and still do. Okay, let me just say my own view. As if I'm neutral.
You definitely say something.
So, if I'm going to start with Raya in goal. I'm going to play the normal Arsenal formation. I'm going to have at the left back. I'll have a Calafiori. Calafiori is more experienced than my Luis Kelly. And going forward, he knows how to release the ball early. I'll go with Saliba. I'll go with Saliba I'll go with Saliba and Magalhaes. And on the right side, who is Dogo? To Timber. The Timber.
Dogo is a left back for us.
Left back. Okay. Who's playing your right back?
We are using Ahmad as wing back, so we are not using that.
So this guy will go there. Okay, on the left, let me put Dogo. Dogo is more on the left side. To be honest with you, I'll go with Dogo on the left side. On the right side, Timber should be the guy that will play as the right fullback and defender. 6, I'll have Martins Mendy there. And I'll have Bruno Fernandes. I'll have Bruno Fernandes in 10 and have Declan Rice. Then on the left side, between Ahmad, I don't know Madueke. I'll give it to Ahmad, not Martinelli. I'll give it to Ahmad. On the right side is Bukayo Saka. And to put the cherry on the cake,
Yoko.
And my scoreline prediction for this match. Look at my crystal. 3-1 Arsenal. You guys will score first.
4-1 Arsenal.
You guys will score first.
Can I tell you the correct scoreline?
I'll go 4-1 Arsenal.
Tell me.
It's a goalless game.
No.
You don't believe it?
It's not.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to come to that. Everybody here will predict. But I'm saying United will score first. The Arsenal will beat United 3-1.
You won't even win that.
Okay, guys, that's my own prediction. My combined 11. Now we're going to go to the point, the final point where we're going to be getting everyone's prediction towards that match because it is the Super Sunday match. So let us start with our arch rivals. Not London. They know that not London is always red. So
I'll go 2-0 Arsenal. Arsenal will win by 2-0.
okay, the Blues. That's from Robinho. Robinho say Arsenal will win 2-0. You?
I see likely to be a draw match.
Okay.
And goalless.
From Mickey, it is a goalless match.
Goalless.
And from Ahmed.
I want both teams to drop points to 2-2 for me.
So it's a draw too.
It's a draw.
So you've already heard it from Danny. Danny said it's 2-1. I said 3-1. So this has been on this edition of Offside. Before we go, we're going to allow my teammates to say one word to our fans. And let me start with Robinho, the new debutant of our team. Robinho, say something to the fans.
As the season unfolds on Friday, I promise Tottenham fans that come this season, Tottenham is going to win the Premier League. Come on, your Spurs!
Okay. Give it to Ahmed. Ahmed, say something to the fans.
This season, we're doing it for Diogo Jota.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Diogo Jota.
Keep money.
And the Blues never lose.
Of course, the Blues never lose. And to our fans out there, click, share, subscribe. The Offside.
And Danny.
It's always been a pleasure to be here. I hope this season is going to be entertaining as we all hope. And please don't forget, United, we are waking lion.
I like that. Guys, it's been a super heated up edition of the Offside. See, everybody came with their A game. And you can see the energy we brought in this season. It shows that it's going to be bigger, better, and bumper. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe to the Offside. Until then, it is stay time!